Hey guys, welcome to my tech friend, and I'm going to start by saying something super obvious here. If you've created a website or a blog, whatever it is, what's the one thing that you need? I mean, obviously, every website needs a name. In this case, it will be called a domain name. So whatever your business is, if you have an online presence, you can't do anything without a domain name. But how do I register a domain name? And how do I connect it to my website? That's what I wanted to share with you today, a service I love called Namecheap. You can see a link to it in the description below, and you can even pause the video, open it up so you can follow along with what I'm going to show you. Also, because you use my link, you'll be able to get us 30% off on your first purchase. And before we begin, make sure you smash the like button down below and subscribe. It helps a lot and will help me get more content like this in the future. Now, if you haven't heard of Namecheap, this is a tool that's like an all-in-one service for registering a domain name and hosting a website. It can help you find the best domain name at the cheapest price point I've seen on the internet. Apart from finding the domain, it can also use to be hosting a website, either if it's a WordPress website or a landing page made in HTML, because that's the whole aim, right? If you don't own your own domain and you're not hosting a website, people can search for your content, and you can show your audience that you have a value or a good offer. So I'm going to give you a walkthrough here today of some of the things that Namecheap can help you with, especially when it comes finding great domain names and registering it. Price-wise, it's actually the cheapest service I've used compared to other services out there. And I think that when you're looking for a reliable service to store and keep your domain name safe, Namecheap has done a great job at that. So what we really want to see today is if it's worth the cost of starting from less than $10 per year for registering a domain. Okay, let's open it up and I'll show you what you can do. The first thing we're going to quickly look at is the search bar. Basically, you can search any domain name you'd like, and Namecheap will tell you if the domain is available or not. Now you can do this for any domain name, but you're probably going to start by looking at your ideas for domain names. So go here and put a domain name you'd like to have. Now once you found an available domain name, it will show you this button so you know it's available. It might seem like a lot of work to check each idea separately, so here's a trick that will save you a lot of time. On another tab of your browser, type on Google this website called Lean Domain Search. You can use this website to find great ideas in bulk, so then you can copy-paste those ideas onto Namecheap to register the domain name. Let's pick something I want to have a domain name on, let's say a dating site. Now, you know you're probably never gonna register the phrase datingsite.com as your domain name, so let's see what else we can find. Type in an idea for a website and click the generate button. Now you can see that all the results for potential domain names are here, and on the side here you can sort them quickly by popularity, length, and so on. That way you'll try to keep your domain names as close as you can to what your idea was. So when you're looking for a domain name that will resonate with people, you've got to be smart and you've got to find a domain name that will be memorable and hopefully short. My rule of thumb is that your domain name should be a combination of 2 words or less, ideally. Or it should be a long name with the sole purpose of ranking on search engines. So to find the shortest name, go here and sort by length. Now it will filter your name ideas to only names that fit your requirements. The more you scroll down, the more it will suggest new name ideas. Any name that is showing up here is available for you to register. That way you can instantly find dozens of domain name ideas for you to explore. So let's say I found a name I like, I'll copy it here and paste it in Namecheap to see if it's available. Once you click the add to cart and view cart, you'll see that you get free domain privacy. This means that your domain won't be shown publicly among the other options out there. What's also great about Namecheap is that you can connect it easily to any web hosting you'd like and proceed forward to create your account and complete the order. Once you're signed in and completed your order, you'd be able to see all the domains you've purchased in this dashboard. Head over to the dashboard and take a look at your domains list to make sure you own it. So now what you probably like to do is to connect your domain to a web hosting service. Why? The web works in a way that when you purchase a domain, you basically own a custom address on the web, kinda like you having a physical address. But in order to have your website connected to this address, you'd need a computer, or in our case, a remote server, to store your website and show it to the world. That's exactly what web hosting services are for. Web hosting services range from Wix.com to Bluehost to many other services that will allow you to create a website on their platform. Honestly, just because at the time of this video, I won't be able to show you or cover more of them here. But I'm planning on creating a more detailed video that will cover everything you'd need to know about web hosting services. But for now, I'm going to show you how you can connect your purchased domain to your current web hosting service. Go to your domain list and press the Manage button. On the Manage page, you'd see a section called Advanced DNS. Now, remember I talked about how web hosting works? Here you'd need to put the address of the web hosting service. For most web hosting services, you'd have an option to connect the domain, and they will provide you with your remote server address, which can also be called an IP address. For example, you can look here. I use WP Engine to host my website, and when I come to its domain section, it shows me what is the IP address of my website so I can connect it myself. Once you've grabbed your IP address, head over to Namecheap and click on the Add New Record button. Here you need to fill in the details. In case of an IP address, choose the A record in the dropdown. If it's an actual web address, you'd want to choose its CNAME as your option. Then in the host input, type the symbol @ This symbol says to Namecheap that you'd like to set the front page of your domain. In the IP address input, you can paste the IP address that you copied earlier. Once you're done, press the V button and that's all. It's all set. One thing that you need to know about this process is that it might take up to 24 hours to see changes on your domain, but usually you can see your hosted website appearing on your domain within a couple of hours from doing this process. So with Namecheap, I found that their service is reliable, consistent, trustworthy, and as a result, I've been able to register multiple domains and maintain a portfolio of websites which at any point I can sell, and as a result, it has more than paid off the cost of using it. Once you register the domain names you want, Namecheap will help you manage them and keep them safe for you. You'll be able to manage each domain and build on top of that. So there's a link in the description down below that will let you sign in and purchase your first domain with a 30% discount. So if you haven't done it already, check it out. And I really recommend that you give it a go. I found it extremely helpful over the years, particularly for storing and managing my domains, but mainly amazing when it comes to your domain name ownership and privacy. So until next time, see you guys.